A scary night to be in the Windy City last night. Look at these storms that slammed Chicago. That's Cook County, and it was under a tornado warning last night with several twisters reported in the area. But that storm brought rain and wind to the city proper, knocking out power for thousands of people in the area there.
Well, your hearts go out to them in Chicago, thousands without power.
I'd say that's severe weather in the Midwest. Tornadoes, especially at night. Scary situation there, Alana.
That was confirmed at O'Hare, and there were 2 tornadoes at Midway, so both of the major airports dealing with those twisters as they came through. Straight line winds. It was a line of storms, and you watched as those warnings went into place. That was very, very frightening for Chicago. Very, very populated area and all of the surrounding suburbs. We've got a few storms closer to home. Black Desert Skycam showing Ivans, where we've got thunderstorms in Washington County. Positioning of our high funneling in monsoon moisture, and with the heat of the day, you watch the last 3 hours and those storms pop up in the West Desert, South Central Utah, and towards the basin. Still quiet along the Wasatch Front. Our forewarned radar pinpoints exactly where we're seeing storms right now. As we get a little closer, it's near Delta, 55-mile-per-hour winds with this nasty cell that's putting out plenty of lightning that crosses over I-15 in between Richfield and Beaver. Panguitch, Paragouna also seeing some strong storms. So we head a little further south, you can kind of make that out north of Iron County, Kanab and Kane County with some lightning, South Central Utah, active skies, and now we're starting to taper a little bit in Castle Country and the basin, but we did see a few storms roll through the area. Not everything's hitting the ground. Some spots are getting some decent rain, plenty of lightning and gusty winds. Now that's not the Salt Lake City I know and love. Hazy conditions moved in. You saw it yesterday, and our view from Ensign Peak shows that it's still there today. Wanted to show you the source of that wildfire smoke, and as you look, it's to the north of us, Idaho, Pacific Northwest, and fires burning in Northern California. So we put this into motion. You see as those plumes of smoke are dragged into the Beehive State with prevailing wind. As we look, by tomorrow near lunchtime, thicker smoke in central and even portions of southern Utah, and we're going to see that haze remaining. Hazy conditions does add to an air quality deterioration. Wildfire smoke brings elevated particulate matter, and this time of year, we also deal with ozone, which maybe you've noticed into tomorrow. Unhealthy air for sensitive groups in both Salt Lake and Davis County, with moderate air expected for the rest of northern Utah, where we monitor air quality. 94 right now in Salt Lake. We hit 95. That's average for this time of year. 90s on the eastern side of the state. Blanding had some storms, so they're sitting in the upper 80s. 105 in St. George, and that heat, well, it's making a bit of a comeback. That ridge of high pressure coming back towards Utah, and that's going to change the game a little bit. 90s turning to 80s by ABC4 News at 10. Mostly clear skies. Our Wednesday setup shows that high slowly retrograding. It's going to move westward, but as it does, it continues to funnel moisture in. So we get a rinse and repeat forecast where the chance for afternoon storms and evening storms pops up. Futurecast shows us that through tonight. We get to ABC4 News at 10, quiet with just the spotty activity, and we're quiet as we start our Wednesday. Hazy conditions. Now we do dwindle a little bit when it comes to widespread activity. South Central Utah keeps the storms, but it's quiet along the Wasatch Front. That changes a bit into Thursday as another push with that moisture brings those storms a little further north, and the Wasatch Front could get in on the mix with isolated potential, while we anticipate the chance of afternoon and evening storms sticks around in central and southern Utah. Flash flood potential for tomorrow possible. The Swell, Bryce, Zion, eastern side of the state on the drier side, so not expected there. Higher temperatures as this heat builds and that ridge of high pressure moves back. It's going to keep us above average in northern Utah and down south by a few degrees. Seasonal today, well, gosh, it felt like a walk in the park. That changes into tomorrow with the potential of triple digits showing back up in Salt Lake City and along the Wasatch Front. Those storms in the southern half of the state, 104 in Moab, 107 in St. George. Looking at the next 7, the chance of storm sticks around and the heat is back. 109. Oh man, here we go again. And that heat stays steady for the next 7 days with the chance of thunderstorms down south. Wasatch Front sees a few more triple-digit days. Going to add to the temperature tracker there. We do cool Friday, a degree, maybe 2. You're welcome. And then we get the heat coming back with drier air as we roll into the weekend. Hot forecast ahead with storms out there right now.
Oh boy.
It's becoming normal, isn't it?